All right, so we're doing the continuation of the skull, like the maxilla and the mandible and whatnot. So for the maxilla, we have the Palentine process. You got to flip it over, and that is this part. Come on, focus. This part right here. Don't go too far back because you can see the suture. These back here are the Palentine bones. Up here is the Palentine process, and it's still included in the maxilla. The next one is your incisive fossa or canal, and that's this guy right here. There's a hole right there. Then the alveolar processes are these bumps here, and they contain the sockets that hold the teeth. And you have those as well on the mandible. I'll reiterate when we get there, but it's the same bumps here. Then you have the infraorbital foramen, and that's going to be these holes under the orbits. And then the maxillary sinus, again, is in this general region inside there. Again, look at those pictures in your book. It helps a lot. Moving on to the mandible, you have the body of the mandible is the major portion of it. The ramus is this portion right here. And then the angle is the change of direction. So ramus, body, angle. The head of condylar process is this guy right here. Then the mandibular notch is this right here. Coronoid process right here. Remember, coronoid means crown-like, and so I guess they say that this looks like the tip of a crown. Then you have the alveolar part or alveolar ridge, which is right here. Again, that hold the teeth sockets. Mental foramen are the holes on the body. The mandibular symphysis you actually can't see on here, but the mandible was two separate bones during development and then fused, and so there should actually be a bit of a suture here, and that's what they're talking about, the mandibular symphysis. Then you have the mandibular foramen on the inside right here. So if you've ever had a cavity filled and the dentist is palpating inside your mouth, this is what he's looking for, because there's a nerve that comes out of here that he's looking for to numb your whole entire jaw. Then, going back to here, you have your zygomatic bone, so that's your cheekbone right here. Then remember back to when we were talking about the zygomatic arch, I was saying that it includes two different bones. So this portion right here is the temporal process of the zygomatic arch. And just to review, this is the zygomatic process of the zygomatic arch. Remember, it's named after what bone it's touching, not what bone it's on. Then you have the lacrimal bone, which is this right here, with the lacrimal groove, which is what my stick is in, right here. Then you have the nasal bone, you have two of them, right here. The vomer on the back is right here. Then the inferior nasal concha are these little curly cues down here. The vomer also you can see pop up right here, and it makes up the inferior portion of the nasal septum. The next one is the hyoid bone, and I don't actually have one here with me, but it's the floating bone on your throat. All right, that's going to be it for the skull.